Welcome back, guys. Today what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and commit our programmatically set user state file into the two instances servers that we have. Before I continue, I want to make sure that I make a few things clear. One, I've got a new keyboard. It's a mechanical keyboard, brown switches. Hopefully, it's not too loud. Please do let me know in the comments. Two, I found some errors before we go and push this through. First of all, in Jinja, you have to end a for loop with an end statement, unlike in Python, which you don't need. You just unindent from there on. Which is the same thing for in a conditional statement as well in Jinja. So we're going to go ahead and end this loop. And second, I noticed pillar is spelled wrong. It's A-R, not E-R. Third, if you have modified the configuration file, you have to reboot or you have to restart your Salt master. I've gone ahead and done this by killing the process and restarting Salt master in daemon mode. If you haven't done that yet, please go ahead and do so. So now that I fixed that, oh, one more thing. I believe this is going to complain because there's a top.sls and yeah, so you want to go ahead and get rid of anything from top.sls. I believe this one had the same data in it, and since there's no states here, there's nothing to pull in. If you have that there, it's going to go ahead and complain. So be careful with that. Excuse me. We'll hook up there. Alright, so let's go ahead and push this. Fix pillar statements. Alright, so it's going to be pushed now. Sweet. Alright, now let's just do a git pull. If you notice, I am root, so it's going to go ahead and take over from there. Now, before I run this, I want to make sure that my pillar data is actually syncing with my minions. So let's go ahead and start there. So sudo salt star pillar, let's refresh the pillar data first. Salt detail pillar refresh. Okay. Now let's do pillar.items. This will show all the pillars that are available to every minion that we have, which is only just 2. And there we go. So if you look at it, we've got Web01. He's got the admin users pillars, and this is the data for the admin users. So this information should be propagated to the salt state when it gets run. So now, if we do sudo salt, and I want to view everything before I run my high state. You should always view and verify before you run your high state. So we're going to do state show low state as we've done before. Oops, and here's an error. It says rendering base users fail Jinja dict variable attribute has no attribute home. Okay, so there are no home attribute for one of the pillar environments. So let's go ahead and take care of that. Alright, so we definitely specified home. And it looks like in our pillar file, there is no home. So let's go to pillars, base, init, and it's right. None of these have a home. So let's go ahead and fix that real quick, because we do want to give these users a home. Home slash user, which is going to be mo.ld. In this case, for this guy. And then we actually made the same mistake for all of them. Right. Copy and paste, even though we didn't copy and paste, still fails somewhere. So count.douglas, and then we've got home slash David.Gonzalez, and home Tiny Montana. Again, please do let me know if my keyboard is too loud and annoying. Oh, we need to add home for key for all users. Push. It's going to go ahead and ask me to allow, or sorry, ask me for the key. And now let's do a get poll. Alright, now we can do a show low state. Now we don't have to do a show low state because show low state shows all of the states, and if there's too much information, we just might want to do show state, or sorry, state.show, state.show, and we'll do users. And I want to make sure I've got that right. I don't remember if I have that syntax right. So let's do salt show state. And I believe it's show low SLS. I think this is what I want. Yeah, show low SLS or show SLS. Either one, really. I'm going to use low SLS because I like less convoluted data. So low, what was that? State.show underscore low underscore SLS. Low show SLS. I've got that wrong. Oh, show low SLS, not low show SLS. My bad. Show low SLS. Okay. And now we've actually got everything. Yes, we've got base, David Gonzalez, users, function present, name, and so on. David Gonzalez, user, is actually going to have a full name, function present, group ID, groups is empty, it's going to have a home, and it's going to have a shell, and so on. Awesome. So this is the user present here, and this is the key, SSH key present. Alright, so it looks like it should work, and let's do a show low state again, and let's see if it has any issues. And it doesn't, but now the reason why, we see all of the states, and we know we didn't have any issues with Apache before because we've already run that, and it shouldn't do anything. It should just say it's already present. So that's why I wanted to just see the one state that gave us an issue. So let's go ahead and do a high state, state.high state. I wonder if there's a state.low state. I've never actually ran a state.low state.low. No, unfortunately not. It says execute a single low data call. I've never ran state.low, so I'm not going to go ahead and try and explain what it does right now. So let's continue on with high state, and let's see what happens. Okay, so for both of these boxes, let's go from the top down. I know there's a lot of information, and we'll start here. Okay, so user MoLE present, that was added. Unfortunately, when I deleted the user MoLE, I actually didn't delete with destructive, so it didn't delete my key. So the home directory and the key existed, which is why this was already present, which is why it's in green rather than in the orange-ish that I see here. Cat Douglas was also added, same thing for Cat Douglas. The key was also already in there. I accidentally didn't delete it with destructive. I should have. Anyways, Tony Montana, he's a new guy. Tony Montana is all orange. That's why the user was created and the key was newly created. Same thing with David Gonzalez and David Gonzalez key. And so now that was just the first host. That was Salt Master Minion. The next host here is, I'm assuming, is for the web, which is, yeah, see, web. And I did the same thing for the web, but if you look down here, yes, it adds all of our users. We also have Apache for web, and it says already Apache is installed. The index file is already in the correct state, and the service is already running and enabled. So we don't have to worry about that. All right. So that's how top.sls works, and that's how high state works. And I've also shown you how to look at pillars and how to show low state and so on before and verify before you go ahead and do so. Also, we did refresh the pillars after we've put them in there. We did salt util pillar underscore refresh. You want to go ahead. Technically, you don't have to do that with high state, but you do have to do that if you execute the individual state with state.sls. So keep that in mind. It's always good to refresh pillars, even if you are doing a high state. It's a good practice. All right. Thanks for joining me in this video. Please do leave comments below. Whether you find these videos good, bad. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. If you're giving me a thumbs down, let me know what I can do better in the comments. So that way I can help improve myself as well as everybody else who is watching these videos. Thanks. I'll see you guys in the next video.